So, just out the ground, well, what can I say? Half time, we were all holding our hands on our heads. How are we going to score a goal? You know, it was, we had no pace, we had a severe lack of pace, and, you know, no threat up front really. When I saw the lineups, I thought fair enough, you know, keep the same lineup, they earned their space against Wolves. But I did worry, and we said a few of us have said there's a severe lack of pace in this team. Ante and Dembele on the bench, you know, something to bring on, and Kiefer. But we started okay in the middle third of the pitch, and defensively we were fine, but we just offered no threat. They had the better of the first half, and we got into some good areas, but again, there was no shooting. The final shot, there was no incisiveness, no width, no pace to get in behind them, and it was quite easy for their three centre backs, and Dom was quite isolated. And then obviously the goal, set piece, they didn't really like opening us up in open play, so their height obviously helped us. Their height obviously helped them for the set piece. We were always going to be vulnerable to that, and Kouyaté scored. And then obviously the penalty came along, and obviously without seeing anything in the ground, we wondered why it took so long. Then the referee went to look at it, and we thought, okay, it's going to be overturned because that's what normally happens. But not in this case. A third since it, you know, it was a 50-50. Look, he gave it, and they scored. And half time, as I said at the beginning, we were a bit despondent and thinking, how are we going to get a goal, let alone get back in the game. The change at half time surprised us, and we held our hands up. I said, you know, Zamora for me looked like one of our best threats down that left hand side, and he brought him off for Fredericks, who offered some real pace on that right. And the back five, you know, we keep swapping and changing, but our back five today matched them up, and it worked. We had some more natural width with Fredericks on the right, Tavernier on the left. We got a grip of the midfield. Jeff Lerma and Lewis Cook were a brilliant second half. But what it showed is we can't always score the perfect goal. Sometimes you've got to take a risk. And Phil Billing, 25, 30 yards out, whatever it was, had a shot out of nowhere, top corner, and we're back in the game. And you could see the mood lift. And from that moment on, we were rampant. We were swarming all over them. We had a good shape, and we could get at them. And then the equaliser came. You know, a cross into the box, and Dom. Brilliant bicycle kick, might have taken a deflection, but so good to get off the mark. So good for him to get off the mark. And then was there only going to be one winner or not? You know, we did then sit back, which is natural, I guess. Forest, the home team, wanted to try and get back in front, but we sat back, but we kept our shape. And then on a rare breakaway, a long ball down the left, or down our right, Dom chasing what looked like a lost cause. Their defender mucked up, crossed it in for the sub, Jaden Anthony, who came on about a minute before. And could he finish in that situation in one-on-one? He did, clinical, and then there were 5 or 6 minutes to hang on, but we never really looked like conceding, apart from right at the end when Neto fluffed across and their forward put it well wide. So what an immense win for Bournemouth. A point would have been okay here. Well, clearly at half time a point would have been brilliant here. But to win this game takes the pressure off. First away win, scoring 3 goals. You know, as I said at half time, a number of us were saying, how are we going to score a goal? And to come here and get 3, what a turnaround! What an unbelievable, what an unbelievable turnaround! And we all go home very happy. So I'm going off to enjoy the celebrations outside and start the journey home. But what a win! Up the Cherries.